Morning guys, welcome back to the channel. It's 5:30 in the morning. We're heading out to Plymouth now and it's the LIC pairs competition. So I've been absolutely looking forward to this one all year. I was supposed to be meeting up with Ben. Ben has become unwell and is unable to do the competition. So I've got my boat hitched up and we're soloing it today. So hopefully we can come up with the goods. Hopefully we can have a good time. Hopefully it'll be alright. I'm already suited. I ain't getting changed at 6:30 in the morning. I can't be bothered with that. They allowed me to have half an hour in bed as well, do you know what I mean? So I just have to turn up, throw the boat in, and that's it. So, it's pitch black. It's drizzly. Let's head out to Plymouth. Let's get this boat in. Let's go catch some good fish. See you in a bit. What's good guys? So we're off. Conditions are looking pretty good. No wind. Conditions are absolutely incredible. So we're in, heading out to the first spot to hopefully get some mullet. Big mullet. It's high tide, there's some good stringweed there. So let's see how it goes. I'll catch up with you when we get to the first spot. Probably be way too dark to see anything underneath, but I'll try my best if I bag anything. I found my watch. All good. Let's go.
So the visibility was not too bad actually, and there was quite a few fish around. So the first spot of today, I knew I was guaranteed to bag myself some chunky mullet. But what I didn't expect was to get a bass in the bag first. I didn't get the shot because it was taken from the surface. On the second dive down, we go and bag ourselves that big chunky mullet that we come for.
That's a mullet. Maybe there's some big ones in here. So plan so far, going pretty good. Got the bass. It's a good sized bass. Got the big mullet.
A few more dives and a few small bass and small mullet coming in. It was about time we wrapped it up, jumped on the boat and went and headed to another spot. The great thing about this competition is that you can dive from boat, so you're able to access many spots all in a very short time. This helps with hunting for different species. It also helps with hunting for bigger fish and making sure that you've got fish. If you're shore diving and you land on one spot and there's no fish around, you got to string it out and hope that some fish come through. Whereas when you're on a boat, you hop back in and you head to a new spot.
Dive one, fat mullet, good size bass. There was some big bass in there. In the stringweed, there's like easy like 6-7 pounders. So I missed on them. I didn't want to waste too much time. We've got the mullet, we've got the bass. Let's go and I'm undecided. I might go and hit the flatties, or I might head round the corner, but it's a bit foggy at the minute and I've not got any lights, so I might go hunt some flatties where I think I know there's some flatties around. So I'm going to go and hunt some flatties and then probably move to get some pollock, because it's pollock, well, it's the heaviest fish, one fish per team per category, 6 categories: bream, mullet, bass, pollock, flatfish. Can't remember now. Bream, mullet, pollock, bass, flatfish. I'll check the rules. Right, let's move to the next spot. One bass. It's not the biggest. Probably say like 55 centimetre, 50 centimetre, between there, 50, 55. So being selective now on the bass, only going for massive donkeys, I think. We should have some good opportunity for it. And let's show you this mullet. One chunk of a mullet. It's not a bad size, that. Could get bigger, but that's a pretty good size, you know. Big fat belly on it. Hopefully that gets some points. Let's go to the next spot.
So, I didn't decide to hit flatties, and I decided to head round the corner and utilise some pollock on the dropping tide. Now this spot likes to have some pollock coming through when the tide does drop. As soon as I arrived, I threw anchor out, and all of a sudden I heard screams from behind me. I've span round, and a shore diver, Matt Hunt, was out there and bagged himself a 9-pound bass. What an absolute stonker of a fish it was, but he did disturb the water, and he did make it a little bit harder for me. So I knew that I was going to have to put in the work when I went down there. So, I found this one pollock. I stayed here for about 30 minutes, and this was the only dive that I managed to find anything. After I took this shot, I decided to jump back on the boat and head to different spots. But you guessed it, I missed.
Well, such a great morning. Going pretty well. Headed out to Haybrook area to try and utilise on some pollock while the tide was good. Weren't much life about it. There was a lot of divers out there shore diving. There's about six shore divers out there. So I've come out to another spot which starts at about 3 metres, drops off to about 15. Threw the anchor out and we pulled anchor back in. Anchor's gone. So now we've got no anchor and we're boat diving. Guess I've got to find some beaches to beach on or something, I don't know. It's going to be hard getting the boat back in because the tide's dropping, but shit. Nah. Ah! So much for an awesome fucking boat dive today. Went out to the Mewstone. I wanted to dive around there. Found some good ground. Chucked anchor. Realised that because I'm on my own, the current was just a little bit too strong for me, just on my own, that bit out of my depth, not having somebody on the boat drifting it. So went to pull the anchor back in, and yeah, pulled up, just chain, no anchor. Don't know what the hell would happen there. So then the fog come in heavy, like I'm at Crown Hill now, and I can't even see the sound. But the fog come in heavy, so I'm at the Mew, and I swear I was living in like the Matrix or something. Yeah, my GPS on my Finder decided to not work for some reason, and I ended up going round the Mew 5 times, disorientated as fuck. But what can you do? Got the phone out, got the Navomics on, got straight back into sort of Haybrook, which is good. So now we're at Crown Hill, and I've attached myself to a buoy, because that's the only thing I can do now. And so now it's turned into a shore dive on one spot where I caught 2 fish earlier.
So guys, back to a shore dive. Amazing. So we're tied up on the buoy, and we're travelling about a mile of coastline, just heading up and down looking for flatties and whatever I need for the competition. From the surface, a bigger mullet this time, so that was definitely worth coming back to this spot to be able to grab that bigger mullet. Spotted another good sized pollock just in the kelp here, and once again I missed. I don't know what it is with pollock today, but I am missing quite a lot. So lobsters were also on the table, They weren't actually in the main comp, but if you could get a lobster or a shellfish of some sort, there was a prize and a competition for that also. So looking in holes, looking in flat sand for flatties, I wasn't really having much luck after getting that really big mullet. I spun around and I spotted this cuttlefish. I love cuttlefish, I'll say it again, I'll say it every time, and I'm not going to stop myself taking a few cuttlefish for the dinner plate. So as I was breathing up, there was plenty of bass coming in. They were all of small size, but I knew this was a good sign to stick around in this area. I did manage to bag one, but I didn't get it on film, unfortunately, but that was the biggest bass that was caught today. And then I spotted this monster cuttle also. Well, I think I'm spent for the day. It's been a weird one. Started off in the water for about 6:45. Started off really well. Had a really good fat mullet, average sized bass. Probably ain't even gonna come anywhere near to what some of the lads are going to be bringing out. I know some of them have hit the eddy, so me on my own in my little 3 metre rib, I ain't going out to the eddy for love nor money. So, but we've got 2 bass, 2 mullet, 2 cuttle. 2 big mullet. I've just been hunting flat sand for about 2 hours and I cannot find nothing. I've never pulled a flatty out in Plymouth, so I ain't got a bloody clue where to look for them. But apart from that, it's been alright. Got lost around the Mewstone in the fog. Awesome. That was a bit pooey bum moment, but whatever. And lost me anchor. So I'm currently just anchoring up to buoys and shore diving basically, but I think I've had enough. I think I'm going to get back to the car and we'll head over to the weigh-in. It was a great turnout. There was some awesome fish that was caught. Well done once again, Matt Hunt, for getting that £9 bass. It was an awesome bass, especially for a shore dive. Congratulations to everybody that entered and that placed anywhere. So join me next week when we go out just for a casual midweek dive. I ended up stumbling across something that I've been wanting to get for a really long time, and it certainly was a nice thing to tick off the list for this year.